What is up, everybody? We just got news that Lauri Markkanen has been traded via a sign and trade to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we're going to break down everything regarding this trade, see which each team got, see if it was a good trade for any of these teams, and talk it all through. So we got the Woj bomb. I believe Woj is the one that broke it first. That Lauri Markkanen was going to be traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers in a sign and trade where he was going to sign a 4-year, $67 million contract. Lauri Markkanen went to the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers got him. The Trailblazers got Larry Nance Jr. from the Cavs. And the Bulls got Derek Jones Jr., a protected first-round pick. I believe it's lottery protected, and a second-round pick through Denver, the 2023 draft. Now, initially, when this trade broke out, I was in the mindset that, what the hell are Cleveland doing? Lauri Markkanen, you know, he's a talented player. Offensively, showcased some good stuff. But he's not very good on defense. And the Cavs already have too many bigs. I mean, you've got Jarrett Allen. They committed to signing Jarrett Allen despite drafting Evan Mobley. People think it was an overpay for Jarrett Allen. Jury is out. I don't think it was a terrible overpay for Jarrett Allen. They got him regardless and decided they were going to commit to two bigs. Now they get another one. Lauri Markkanen for 4 years, $67 million. I feel like that's a bit of an overpay. To me, Lauri Markkanen's worth about $14 million a year. Now that's not a gross overpay if you're paying 67, but that's like $16-17 million a year. I don't think he's quite worth that, based on the fact that he is not a good defender. And when you're not a good defender and you're that tall, you know, you can't really play as a center, and especially with Jarrett Allen there. So where is Lauri Markkanen going to be playing? Are you going to be paying this much money for a guy who's coming off the bench? Are you really going to commit to having Evan Mobley come off your bench? The Cavs, they saw everyone else go small ball and said, screw it, let's go big. So I'm trying to understand, if they wanted to go big, Larry Nance is more equipped to play as a 3 to me, but I don't think either of them are equipped to play as the 3. So somebody's coming off the bench here. It's not Jarrett Allen. I'd be very surprised if Evan Mobley was coming off the bench. Lauri Markkanen as well. Like, are they going to be playing all 3 of them? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why they would go in this direction. Cleveland traded Larry Nance in this. Cleveland fans are not happy about trading Larry Nance. I think that Larry Nance, the Trailblazers, is a fantastic scoop by them to give up, you know, a first, a second, Derek Jones Jr. Larry Nance is going to help out that Portland defense a good amount. Larry Nance is always the guy who gets like the tough assignment, so he's got to guard the KDs, the Giannis's, the LeBrons. That's Larry Nance's job, and for Portland to have somebody like that is going to be hugely beneficial to their season. Very versatile, and he's a good player still. He's a good player, good averages. I mean, we could break down the averages as well about these players. So first of all, Lauri Markkanen, looking at him, he averaged last season almost 14 points per game. Very efficient, I might say. 48% from the field, 40% from 3. That is great. Only 5 rebounds per game. That could be better for a guy who, you know, is that tall, especially when you consider earlier in his career how many rebounds he was getting, but in a much more subdued role these days. And, you know, this isn't the guy that we had 2 years ago was as much promise, I guess. Kind of took a backseat role as the Chicago Bulls managed to get better. But I still feel like the defense is going to be something that kind of deters what he can achieve with the Cavs, who already have so many bigs. That was strange to me. Looking at Larry Nance's stats, 9.3 points per game. I like the efficiency, 47% from the field and 36% from 3. The 47% from the field isn't as good as he usually is, so hopefully he can get that back up for his sake. Almost 7 rebounds per game is nice. That's, again, a little bit less than normal, but I think that Larry Nance is a very solid player and is going to help out the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Portland Trailblazers, by going there. Now, the other player involved in this is Derek Jones Jr. Derek Jones Jr. went to the Chicago Bulls. I think that's a solid pickup by the Bulls to get a first-round pick, a second-round pick. Derrick Jones Jr. offers a lot of versatility, a lot of energy, and I think that's something that would be nice for the Bulls to bring off the bench. Solid defender, not the best, but like, you know, a decently solid defender. Derrick Jones Jr. can provide some help to the Bulls. As far as the return goes, the Bulls weren't very interested in bringing back Markkanen anyway, so to get a return like that, I think that this trade is a dub for the Bulls and the Blazers. I don't think this is a dub for the Cavaliers. I struggle to truly understand what their thinking is as it comes to this trade. I mean, what has Lauri Markkanen really showcased to go to this team who has already 2 7-footers? You know what I mean? The price point's a bit high. Yeah, you're right, Nick. I mean, I think Lauri Markkanen's worth like 58 over 4 years, but he got that much money and something to come off the bench and be a stretch 4. That's a good point for Sass. This is big Davis Bertans vibes right now, and that is regarded as one of the worst contracts in the NBA. So Cleveland have typically showcased some incompetence as a front office, and I think that this is more incompetence by the front office. I can't understand this move. I can't understand trading Larry Nance to get him. I think Larry Nance is going to be very happy to go to a situation like he has over in Portland. I think Derrick Jones Jr. is going to relish playing for a team who might use him more, because Portland really didn't use him last season. So that is a good move for him. Good move for Larry Nance. Markkanen, I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be. Teams barely have to give up much for an sign and trade. Cleveland traded a guy who has good value, who doesn't fit their team needs at all. I guess it doesn't really fit them, but it's weird. Yeah, this is strange to me. I can't explain it from a Cleveland standpoint. What are they looking to achieve? Does anybody have any idea what Cleveland are looking to achieve with this? Are they really going to start all 3 of Markkanen, Mobley, and Jared Allen? Because in my opinion, they won't. So you have one of those guys coming off the bench. It's definitely not going to be Jared Allen. Mobley is your 3rd overall pick. In my opinion, he's got to start. Lauri Markkanen is getting paid that much money. He's got to start too. But one of them has to come off the bench. I think it's most likely to be Lauri Markkanen. But a stretch 4 who can't play defense does give me Davis Bertans vibes. So that's strange from Cleveland. I think that's an L from Cleveland. It really doesn't make any sense. Yeah, still can't explain it. I can't explain it. I also want to acknowledge right now, anytime Larry Nance comes up, like, this has to be one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. I've watched it so many times that I've become numb to the video. This is one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life, and it's from the official Bleacher Report account originally. So Larry Nance. It's just the strangest, most out of context thing. I have no idea why that video exists. It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. It's just, I've seen it so many times now, but when I first saw that, I had to watch it like 100 times over, because I was in absolute stitches watching that thing. I don't know what it was. I still to this day can't explain what they were doing. It makes no sense. Why did they post that? Why did one of the interns at Bleacher Report have to animate that video? That's crazy. I don't know. Regardless, bad trade for Cleveland. Bad value for Cleveland. This is going to be regrettable in a few years, I believe. Good move by the Blazers. Good move by the Bulls. Actually fit of Markkanen next to Jared Allen. In theory, great spacing, size, and speed. That you said. That said, you don't commit $67 million a year to a front court, or $37 million a year to a front court when you already paid Kevin Love $30 million and you just drafted a big man 3rd overall. Yes, absolute facts. Phoenix are correct there. Look, solid player, fits next to Jared Allen, but you know, the amount of money you're already tied up in your bigs, you're committed to the bigs you have, you just drafted Mobley, doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So we'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching this on the highlights channel. If you are on the highlights channel, if you're here live, even better. But you know, we post a ton of clips on the highlights channel. If you want to see them live, you want to interact with me live on stream, go to the Twitch account, twitch.tv/amateursports, or go to the main YouTube channel, Amateur Hour Sports, where we talk about everything Toronto Raptors. Links are in the description for that. Hope to see you again next time.